This is a quick rundown, a guide on how to make a skeleton spawner, or any spawner aside from a spider spawner, whereby they fall down and you can kill them in one hit. You might have difficulty finding a skeleton spawner in your world, so an easy way to get past that is to, if I could break a little bit here, you take a minecart, put it on a rail, some leaves, hop into the minecart, and you can see through. Currently works as of the latest version, 1.11 I believe it is. So you can see where all the spawning places are, surrounded by the green mossy stone here. Now I'm going to set this up so we can make it a spawnable area. Right, here we are. So a few things to note. Number one, each area of the spawner, there must be 4 blocks between each corner. So in other words, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when you're designing it, I recommend breaking the end block, keeping your torches exactly like this. The reason you do that is because you place a bucket of water here. It's going to wash all of these away. That means you don't want to put any torches on the sides. Another thing to note is this block. Any blocks that are too high, as far as I know, in the latest patch, skeletons will not spawn underneath a block too high, so you want to get rid of that. And then lastly, you want to go down 2 blocks. The reason is because you want skeletons to be able to be flushed underneath this, because this is where your choke hole is going to go. This is the killing zone. So I'm going to clear this out quickly. Oh, by the way, I'm playing this on peaceful mode, so that nothing spawns at the moment. I'll set it back on to normal or hard or whatever afterwards. I'm also playing on, as you can see, I'm playing on creative mode, so that it's easier for me to and faster to make this. Just a quick note though, I'm going to try to design this in a way that makes it easy for anyone to copy on survival, because you won't be making this on creative, you will probably be making it on survival as well. So let me clear this out quickly. Right, we're done here, exactly the same as before, just dropped everything 2 levels. So you can now walk underneath. You can't jump up, but you can walk underneath it. You can actually probably drop it a 3rd level down, but there's actually no point because skeletons will be able to be flushed underneath this. And we're going to do that. That is the flush zone. Now if you take a bucket of water, you're going to see something like this. And incidentally, that's the easiest way to clear out this place. I'm using night vision, but if the night vision were to wear off, this place would be completely dark and skeletons would flush down here. This is the easiest way by far. You just make a quick hole in the wall and you quickly place the buckets. They flush all the torches down the drain and you run out there, and you might get shot by 1 or 2, but it's the fastest and safest way to set this up. Next we're going to go down the hole here, take note of the coordinates. The y-axis is 43. We'll drop them down a couple to, well, 3 actually, down to 40. And this is where the water bucket is going to be placed. So they're going to be flushed down the tunnel to here, and take note of this as well. I've dug a little bit further, but now essentially we can just fill in. You could always count, I think it's 8, but we're just going to do it this way for now. Next you're going to want to place a couple of signs. You'll need more than 2 signs, but for now we just need 2. And you face it in this angle. The easiest way is to remember the spawn is up that way, where the water is flowing from, and the signs must point up towards where the spawn is. Next you're going to need to place a bucket of water here. Remember to fill that up so there's nothing there. Now there's going to be water here and sign here. Done. Water here. Sign here. And so on. You get the idea. You'll go up a few more levels now. Now skeletons are going to try and swim up, and they won't drown here because there's gaps between air gaps where the signboards are. When you get to the top here, dig out a little walkway. I've gone up to about 62. It shouldn't really matter all that much, at least going up. It's coming down, that's important. Next you drop out a bucket over here, and that's going to flow there. And once you're done there, you can place a sign anywhere. We'll put a lot of A's there as well. And essentially you then are going to be dropping down. It's anything from 21 to 23 blocks. I prefer to go 21 blocks because 23, I've noticed skeletons sometimes die instantly, sometimes they one-hit kill, and if I'm AFKing for 1 hour, I want to come back to as many being alive still as possible. I'd rather have 2-hit kills than a bunch of them die and the rest having 1-hit kills, because you're going to get experience a lot faster that way. So we take note of the coordinates. The y coordinate is 62, so we're going to go down by 21 blocks. So we've gone down to y-axis 41, and notice the skeleton spawner is right here. Now you don't want to go in there, so we're going to fill it up again, but you do want to AFK somewhere around. We're going to make a nice little room over here. We're just going to fill this up quickly because we don't want to see that. We can fill it out later. Essentially though, you want to be within 16 block radius of the spawner, because if you're further away, the skeletons are not going to spawn. They're going to get flushed down there, go along, go up, and then fall down here. A bit of a recommendation when designing the levitator, have a ladder going up and then work your way down. So in other words, if you press F3, you will see the y coordinate 62. So on every even block in this case, you're going to place a sun, and every odd block you're going to place a bucket of water, working your way down and breaking the ladder as you go. That way you don't have to place this coming up and have to constantly press spacebar to swim. That's much easier with a ladder. Once you're on this side, you also want a ladder down this hole. If you're on survival mode, for easy access coming up and down. And of course when you're done with that, break the ladder, leave that signboard there, place your water, and you drop down. I've just placed some glass there so you can easily view the skeleton spawning once we begin this. If you'd like to test, just jump in here and hold in spacebar. This is essentially what a skeleton is going to do, and it's going to try and swim up. It's not going to jump because there's pockets of air, and it's going to get to the top soon, and it's going to come down here, and it's going to fall and hurt itself. Now, as previously explained, the easiest way to get this going without getting shot to bits by skeletons is to have 4 buckets of water ready, have your escape ready over here. We'll make it easier and put it that side actually. So we're quickly going to do this. 1, 2. The water's going to sweep the torches away automatically. Place the last one there, and you can already see skeletons starting to spawn. And you just pop your blocks there now, and that's going to cover it up. And you wait. You'll see them spawning occasionally, and you'll soon see them appear down here. Wait for it. And there's your first one. Now we're going to hit it once, twice, 3 times, which means we can actually go down 1 block. No more skeletons. It's likely due to light leaching in through here, though I'm using night vision and there's no torches, so there shouldn't be light leaching. There's some more. See, sometimes they're 2 blocks, but you would be using a sword to kill them in any case. so a sword should kill them in one hit. Again, if they're surviving too much, just drop this down 1 or 2, as long as you're within 16 range of the spawner, which is right up there through the glass. That will be fine.